So let's break down what it looks like to take income from your policy. And what we are viewing here is years 26 through year 40. We have a bunch of different columns here, so let's break down what these are. We've talked through what the dividend is. So this is your dividend column. So even though you're taking income from the policy, you are still earning dividends. Okay, so that's what you see here. The premium outlay column, you can see are zeros. So this is illustrating that no premium is going into the policy in these years. Cumulative premium outlay is your cost basis. So if you do the math, take the 18,400, multiply that times 20, you will get 368,000. So this is the amount of money that has been contributed to the policy over that 20-year time span. Now, again, this first year is year 26. Now, we've already taken this income right here that you see of, let's call it 41,000 per year. We've already taken that for 5 years previous to what you're seeing here. So it's important to know that. So for 20 years, essentially, you're taking $41,000 per year, okay? This total loan balance, this is very important to understand. So let's do some math on this so you can kind of understand what's going on. So you can see these 3 years, you see zeros, and you will also see zeros in the 5 previous years, okay? And then in this year, you see a total loan balance of 708. Take your calculator out, and what I want you to do is multiply 40,963 times 9 and tell me what you get. I'll give you a minute to do that. What do you get? You get right around that 368,000. So what happens is when you start taking income from your policy, what you're doing is first, you are withdrawing your cost basis. Okay, so your cost basis is this 368. You're withdrawing that amount first, and whenever you withdraw a cost basis from any sort of asset, there's no taxation on that. Now, once you've withdrawn all of your cost basis, and that essentially occurs right here in this year, you start to see a loan balance. So what you're doing is you're starting to take loans every year from the policy so that you can still take that income without paying taxes. And that's a key thing to understand. So that's what you're seeing here is with this first year where you see that $708 of loan balance, that's the difference from the final cost basis withdraw. Hopefully that makes sense. It's very simple. It's not complicated to understand, but that's the math on that. So you will see this loan balance get bigger and bigger every single year. However, it's okay because you're getting this income every year. And that's at this stage of the policy or this stage of your life, all you're focused on is this income. You want to have that guaranteed income coming in every year, and you don't want to be taxed on it. So this is non-taxable income. It's very important to understand. Now you see here your total net cash value. While you're taking this income out, you still have a large pool of cash value. Now it's going to start depleting as you're taking money out, which you can see it's getting smaller every single year. But worst case scenario, right? Say you're in this year, you need more than the 41,000. Well, you have access to more than that if you need it. Okay. Now, if you take more out, it's not going to last as long, but it's important to know that you still have this cash value. This column is very interesting to me. Okay. This shows how much your cash value is decreasing every year based off of the amount of money that you're taking out. So if you look at this year, which this is year 26, you're taking out 41,000. Your cash value is only decreasing by 18,000. Right? Why is that? Well, the reason why is because you still are getting interest and dividends off of your pool of money, which is your cash value. So you can see that you're still earning dividends. That's why your decrease is not as much as the money that you're taking out. Now that decrease will get bigger every year. Okay. But it takes, not until this year down here of the amount of money that you're pulling out, that's what your cash value is decreasing by. So this shows the efficiency of the policy even when you're taking money out. It's still growing as you're taking money out. Let's jump over here to the death benefit. You'll see that the death benefit is also going down every year. So what you're doing is you are actually spending down your death benefit while you're still alive. No one's ever told you that you can do that. You often hear the opposite of, ooh, the insurance company, the nasty insurance company keeps your cash value and only pays out your death benefit. Well, not if you're taking income. You can actually spend this down while you're still alive. Interesting. So that's the power of this asset. You know what you're going to have in retirement. You don't have to guess. You don't have to be leery of market volatility or taxation. Those are two major wealth killers, especially when you get closer to retirement, is if your money is tied up in the market and if taxes potentially go up in the future, which is probably going to happen. Now, can this asset be your sole source of income in retirement? Yes. Could it also be a supplemental source of income in retirement? Let's say you still have a 401k, 403b, 457, IRAs, real estate, whatever it may be. This can supplement those other investments or assets that you have. So one of the videos that I'm going to be doing coming up here is going to talk about how having this is the best way to diversify and protect the other assets that you have that may be tied to the markets. Okay, so let's say you have a bad year. The last thing that you would want to do is take money out of those investment accounts when they're down, because then the money will run out even sooner. So take money from your insurance policy, let your investments recover, right? You can play that game. So that's very critical in retirement years. So this is also a great form of diversification for your other investments. This will conclude video number 6. If you recall, I did mention that your whole life insurance policy can be the sole source of income in retirement, and it can also be a supplemental source. For me personally, it will be my sole source of income. I do have a small percentage of my portfolio with investments, and I understand that most people typically will have a 401k through their employer or IRAs or other type of investments. And my hope is that you've seen in this video how having an insurance policy can protect those other investments. In the next video, we are going to look at actual historical S&P 500 returns, and we're going to compare that and line that up with an insurance policy on the side. And you're going to see how the insurance policy can actually protect your 401k as an example. Stay tuned.